My name is John Leotier. I'm the co-founder of Leffa.media and Yo.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about how Yo, not that Yo, I should say, our Yo is built for Bangalore, not the Jersey Shore. How Yo is empowering users and people around the world to share and connect without the internet. So today I'm going to break that down. What does empower mean? What are the people? What is sharing and connecting? What is the underlying technology? So let's let it play here. This is actually some of the people aspect. We have an incredible team, both in Vancouver, Canada, where I'm from, as well as in Bangladesh. We have 2 offices in Bangladesh. Most of this footage was from our testing our app in February of this past year, walking through the streets of Dhaka, walking through Columbia University, walking back and forth. So by empowering, we're talking about, the gentleman this morning in the keynote said, start everything with what if. What if the cost of sharing was not a barrier? What if connectivity was universal? This is what some of our passions and our belief is. We want to connect the unconnected. There's 5 billion people in the world right now who don't have access to connectivity. They can't use Instagram, they can't use, Facebook. The average Facebook user, according to Facebook, uses 2 GB of data every month of browsing Facebook. The average cost of connectivity in Brazil, for example, is 42 hours, gives you 42 hours of minimum wage work, gives you 500 MB. So put those maths together, you work for an entire month just to browse Facebook. Connectivity around the world is not what we're used to here in North America. So by empowering, if you look at what the connectivity could bring to the users, what if you can actually bring the teachers across India educational materials that they can share with the students without using data connectivity? We believe it's possible. We actually have implemented it. In March of this past year, we launched Yo to worldwide audience at Mobile World Congress. What the underlying technology is we let people share over Wi-Fi, peer-to-peer, phone-to-phone. So imagine if you are using WhatsApp or Hike, Messenger, some of those technologies. If I'm going to talk to you right here in the front row, I'd send you a message for WhatsApp. I go from my phone up to the Wi-Fi router in the conference, up to the WhatsApp service in Texas, maybe to the NSA, not saying they do, not saying they don't, back to the servers, back to the WhatsApp routers, all the way back down to you. That's a lot of unnecessary bandwidth that doesn't need to pass through the servers. They talk about free Wi-Fi. That's not free Wi-Fi. Somebody's paying for that connectivity. Unless, of course, you go peer-to-peer, phone-to-phone, which is what we enable. If you, that sort of communication has about that 30 to 50 meter transmission between the hops and the mesh, that little HyperNet mesh network. If you want to sort of take one level up, we actually have a technology that goes from my phone up to the Wi-Fi router, all across the access points, and back down to the phone again. Once again, no internet, no data, no connectivity, therefore no cost to consumers. There's also no cost to the telecom providers because they no longer have to worry about all the expensive data that flow through their pipes. So this is what we started talking about in sharing and connecting. This is actually a gentleman at the University of Cologne, an architectural professor. We sort of showed him when we were doing a little walk around. And he said, "You guys can do this? That's incredible. Imagine what it's going to do for my students." So from let's jump ahead here. So from an underlying technology standpoint, I'll do a little wander around here. We have sort of 3 layers to our technology. We have peer-to-peer. This is for remote areas, conference centers, where you don't have access to connectivity. Phone to phone to phone. That's the little HyperNet mesh network that we create. We also have, it's hard to sort of see in this environment, whether it's a home, an office, a school, a citywide Wi-Fi initiative, we can actually go from phone to Wi-Fi routers all across the subnet and access points back to the phone again. Once again, no cost, no internet connectivity is required. No servers are required. But at the same time, we also recognize that sometimes people want to be able to connect people with greater distances. In that instance, we do have a parallel internet messaging platform. That's kind of boring. Everybody has one of those. We have one too. Ours is built on Amazon, very scalable, very tested to hundreds of thousands of concurrent users per second if it's ever required. Most of the time, people will be using the hyperlocal messaging. It's free, it's fast, and it works. So where are we now? We have offices in Vancouver, Kelowna, and Dhaka, about 90 people worldwide. We have launched, we are driving users through a site. We just started initial marketing efforts into the product right now. We want to sort of do that sort of take some baby steps to see what it is. Right now we're acquiring installs at less than 10 cents per customer. Reason being is the customers that we want are the customers that nobody else wants to market to right now. We can get customers out of Colombia for under 3 cents per installation. They're active users. Now, I should say that as much as we are trying to be noble and change the world, because we are and we will, there is a lot of money in this space because those users, they are paying for content. They are willing to engage and sacrifice some of their hard-earned dollars for a little bit of entertainment, for a little bit of joy. One of my colleagues says, even the poorest in India still love ice cream. Same thing with content. Our driver, when we were in Bangladesh, asked him how he got content onto a smartphone, because they all have smartphones. There's going to be 1 billion new smartphones this year sold, many of which are to the first-time smartphone owners. How are they going to get content? They're going to get content from peer-to-peer transmission, whether it's from movies, songs, games, all that stuff. They cannot access the networks to pull down. They can get it from their friends and the media. All we need to do is connect one person. That person can connect the rest of their peers. So in the whole push to connect the unconnected, you got to start with the first million. Once you get the first million, we'll get the rest of the 5 billion. We're actually at the point right now that we are seeking growth capital. We are a profitable company, not through this business, through our other business units. We do have lots of revenue models lined up for Yo itself, but we're seeking growth capital because we have a unique opportunity here to move extremely quickly. With our current metrics that we have, the customers are lining up. We just got to get into as many hands as possible. That's what we're seeking, sort of Series A in that 5 to 10 million range to accelerate growth. That's where we are. My name is John. That's john@yo.com. If you have any questions, I'd love to talk to you afterwards and go from there. Thanks for your time.